I've got my art supplies. I've got my tea. Let's get this ball rolling. Hello there, and welcome back to another video. This week I'm going to be doing a traditional illustration, and it's going to be using an art supply that I haven't used in a really long time. I actually can't even remember the last time I did a Copic traditional drawing, but yeah, spoiler alert, it's in the thumbnail, probably in the title, but I'm doing a Copic illustration, and I'm actually trying out Copics on a different type of paper. I haven't really used this paper for this purpose before because I got it on sale and then it was just sitting in my room for ages and ages and I hadn't tried it out. But then I decided to pull it out because I was doing a gift for someone, and I was like, while I was drawing it, I was just using like inks and pencils, but I decided, this paper feels like it'd be really good for markers. So it's a Strathmore mixed media paper. So yeah, it actually does work out really, really good with markers, and I think it's actually my new favorite paper to use with markers. Typically I was using my Canson mixed media paper for markers, but that one's got more tooth to it than the Strathmore mixed media, so it was more textured, and my markers also feathered out a lot more compared to the Strathmore one. But yeah, I liked it, enjoyed it. The paper pad already came in at like a smaller size, so it was more digestible, and yeah, I got it on sale. And I also got a Strathmore watercolor paper pad with the same sale, so I'm wanting to try that out sometime soon. But yeah, so I decided to try this method that I've seen a lot of people on YouTube use before for Copic markers. I've seen Tori Ann, who goes by Juicy Ink on YouTube, and Drawing with Waffles, that they use Prisma Col-Erase pencils to sketch out their lines that they're going to be putting marker over. And I've experienced this in the past where if you use graphite, then the markers like really smudge it and it looks horrible. And then sometimes you even like if you do line art before you do the marker, you never really know. It depends on the paper, the marker, and all those sorts of things, that if the marker might also make the liner bleed. So I decided to try out this method of using a Prismacolor Col-Erase to do my sketch lines, and then color it with marker. And then at this stage I didn't really know what I was planning to do in terms of line art, but then later on I decided to try to do the whole Bailey J technique of doing line art in colour pencil, and I actually really, really liked it. I think I might be doing more illustrations in this style because it was a lot of fun. It wasn't like I wasn't struggling with the material. It was like the paper was on my side, the markers were on my side, the pencils were on my side, everything was on my side except for the part where I was sharpening my brown Col-Erase pencil and the tip getting ripped off. But anyway, the illustration that I'm working right now is actually a fan art for the anime Promised Neverland, or Yakusoku no Neverland, and I'm drawing one of the main protagonists. Her name is Emma, and I recently binged through the anime because I was watching, I think Q was doing a video about it, and then I'd seen people talk about it before, but then I don't know, I've been going through a bit more of an anime kick, more of an anime kick than I've been going through in the past couple of years. So I also binged Domestic Girlfriend, and I plan to binge something Kaguya-sama. I forget what the actual name is, but yeah, Kaguya-sama, which I've heard a lot of good things about. So yeah, it's a bit anime type month while I'm trying not to lose my mind over finals and all that regarding in terms of school. But yeah, I'm almost done my second year of school at this point, and I'm just really happy to start to think about maybe possibly breathing some fresh air because honestly this school year has been just a mess. But I've maintained my upload schedule, so yay for me. And yeah, I don't know, you might have noticed I've got a new intro. I really liked making that really quick. I don't know, it just felt like my channel had evolved past just having a black background with my hello there. So now I've got my signature sunset gradient with my hello there. Yeah, I'm really happy about that, and I'm also really happy with how this drawing came out altogether. Yeah, I just miss how markers react exactly how you'd imagine they react, and I also just miss doing traditional art in general. It's been not that long, but I did do digital art the last week, and the week before that I did pixel art. So yay for traditional art, and yay for Copic markers, and yay for watching anime for the first time in years. because I don't know, anime has been something that like I felt like I kind of graduated. Like it's still always going to be like a part of me, but it's not necessarily the, you know, biggest thing in my life anymore like it was when I was a preteen. But yeah, I don't know. I was just happy to like find some series I got into and do some fan art for them. And originally I knew I wanted to do a Copic illustration, but I didn't really know what I wanted to draw. And so then I was just like, oh, what was something that I consumed recently that I enjoyed? Oh, Yakusoku no Neverland. So alright, let's just do fan art for that. I'm currently reading the manga for Yakusoku no Neverland, and it gets better. Like, well, not get better because the first part was already really good, but it continues to be a really good series. So that's why I decided to draw Emma. And she just seemed like a happy character, and I want to do like a floating pose with hands and things. I think I've done a very similar pose to this in the past, but I can't really be bothered to care because I just felt like drawing something that fit in frame and to be like happy, smiling. And I also really liked from the series that they had such plain clothes, like it was like a white button-up or Oxford shirt or whatever, and the boys had like white slacks and the girls had like white pleated skirts, but they all had these like fancy boots that were like cowboy boots with like laces and little heels and made of leather and stuff like that. Like that kind of like stood out to me in the show. I bet the author just likes drawing lace up tall boots, so that's why I felt like drawing a full body, because I really wanted to appreciate these boots that I couldn't stop noticing when I watched the anime. And then in the manga I also just noticed the footwear. So it's just, I think it does a lot to the outfit. And yeah, I don't really have much in the way of oranges for my Copic collection. I only have the one orange actually, and I was doing the shading with yellow with highlight and then red for the shading, and I think it came out nice. Like I feel like Emma's hair color was like particularly neon in the series, especially because all the other people had like either silver or black, or like there were a couple blondes, but like the orange hair really stood out, which like good work on the art director's part. And yeah, and also with her like sea green eyes, really good character design in general. I was like really like, and I also like the animation, the camera movement, the music. It's a really good show all around that I've been feeling inspired by. And yeah, I don't know, just happy days. I was really jamming out to a bunch of 21 Pilots music while I was working on this illustration and enjoying my cup of tea, of course. In the beginning, I think you saw me with my phone with the reference, and I just like using, I don't know, I started doing this maybe around a year ago because I used to have it like on my computer and stuff, but just in the past year I've enjoyed using my phone as a reference more so than a computer. I think it might have started when I started using Pinterest for references, and I just got used to like the convenience of zooming in and working with like my phone that's comfortable in my hand in comparison to like the computer screen or the piece of paper I was working on. Here's the brown pencil that the tip broke on a couple times, so it took like twice for, there it broke again, time to sharpen again, time to sharpen it, trying to the different side of the sharpener to see if that sharpens better. Alright, there it worked. It was a story with that brown pencil. It just did not want to be sharpened, but I think I also enjoyed the fact that with color pencils you can do different colored line art for different areas. Like I used the red color pencil that I used to sketch to line like her hands, her knees, her face, and then I grabbed other color pencils. Like I grabbed my black color pencil to do like the outlines of her eyes that I'm doing right now, and the brown color pencil for the boots and parts of the hair. It was actually a real big struggle for me to find out what color pencil exactly to use for line arting the hair, because the red one you could see it but there was too little contrast, and then I had like this reddish brown one, but that was also like it felt not dark enough for the brown that it was. So then I got the darker brown one, and that one was like all right for the areas of shadow, but then I decided to mix that brown with the red to get the like right sort of lines that I wanted for her hair. But also, and this was something that I really enjoyed about this, the pencils overlay how you would expect them to overlay. They like kind of mix into each other when you put them over one another on this paper and with these pencils and all that kind of thing. So it was just, I don't know, it was just a lot of good news throughout working on this piece. There wasn't anything that was like, you want to try to do this? Well, too bad, supplies don't work that way. I don't know, it just made me really happy that all, like, this piece was just a happy mix around of happy things to work on. Because yeah, the supplies worked, the paper worked, my little attempts to mix things up worked, and it was just all, you know, happy days. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just in a really happy mood in regards to art lately, and I hope this translates in the video. I hope you guys are having a good art week, because I wish the best art weeks on everybody all over the place, because everyone deserves good art weeks. And oh yeah, white gel pen for a couple last minute additions to clean up a little bit on the outside edges of the hands and give the eye highlights. And here's the finished pen of the illustration, done in markers and Prisma Col-Erase color pencils and little touches of white gel pen. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're having a good art week. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next week.